Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.
All right, guys, welcome back to another edition of Live Wild Sports Media, and you know what it is. CaitlinClark has dropped off another one, as DJ Khaled would say it, another one. Yep, she has partnered with Stanley 1319 brand, and this brand is really big for CaitlinClark right now. So let's give her a round of applause for that. All right, so with that being said, Caitlin has partnered with Stanley 1913. I said 1319, but 1913 brand to launch a new co-brand collection of high-performance hydration products, including Quencher, Pro Tour Tumbler, and iFlow Flip Straw bottles. Now, the Stanley 1913 plus CaitlinClark collection officially launched in September the 3rd. So you have probably about a week left. Well, next week will be the 3rd, so it's next week. And finally, a multi-year partnership announced on August the 28th. The collection features new colors, designs such as metallic rim and high gloss art, which more specific details on the specific product available for pre-sale on Stanley's website. So I'm definitely going to check that out and everything like that, because we just seen what Nike did. A few months back, we seen what Wilson did. She is partnering up with big brands, not just regular brands, but big brands that's going to. The only other person that I know has signed with Stanley was Messi, and that's as big a name that you could get with when it's coming to something like this for CaitlinClark. I think, even though with the CBA and everything that's going on right now, in that sense, I still believe that CaitlinClark future with the Indiana Fever, and I think now that you starting to see her marketing ability, and you see these big names like Nike, Wilson, and all of them starting to really start pushing her. Because if you go back to that rollout, I know a lot of people had an issue with the logo and all of that stuff like that. That's neither here or there. But you got to understand, when you're dealing with a superstar like that, you just don't want to rush things out. You really want to take your time and get it right. Because as you know how we are critiquing people that's out there in the public eye, we get to see how if things don't look the way we think it should look, but long as CaitlinClark is good with it. But this is major. Now, the products in this collection with Stanley 1913 and CaitlinClark Quencher Tour Flip Straw Tumbler, a 40-ounce and 30-ounce tumbler featuring a leak-proof flip straw lid, sleek metallic rim, and high gloss art. Stanley 1913 and CaitlinClark's 1913 iFlow Flip Straw 2.0 bottle, a 24-ounce bottle with Aerolite technology for a lightweight. Plus, also the 1913 Stanley and CaitlinClark iFlow Flip Straw jug, a 64-ounce jug designed for all-day hydration. So, if y'all want to take a look at what it is, let me show you right here, because I did put something together for y'all. So there it is. So you look at it, you look at the tumbler. I like the big one. That big one, pretty much, I would like that. I can't, for my job, I can't take none of these to work. But that straw one, I think I'm gonna get that and be able to take that to work. But you look at it. I had came across this earlier today, and I was shocked because I thought it was something else. But then I started reading more and more into it, and everything like that. So it was pretty great, pretty substantial and stuff like that. Now, PR Newswire, PR Newswire wrote an article on it and everything like that. And they said this announcement marks the next chapter in the brand's growing presence in world of sports. Following its recent landmark partnerships with Lionel Messi, Utah Jazz, the PGA Tour, Aerosol, and more, the leader in hydration products is expanding its reach across the field, court, and communities, reinforcing that its products are made for athletes and sports fans alike. CaitlinClark, a rising global icon. Let me read that again. CaitlinClark, a rising global icon in professional basketball, represents the value of excellence, drive, purpose that the Stanley 1913 brand proudly champions. Again, you heard that? Rising global icon. They ain't talking about Asia Wilson. They ain't talking about Paige Beckers. They ain't talking about Angel Reese. They talk about Caitlin Elizabeth Clark. See, that's why I said this. The NBA, the WNBA, I think after the CBA deal, they're going to realize that they need CaitlinClark to spearhead the next generation of superstars. Because these old superstars in here, they're not going to be here. They're not going to be here long. They too greedy. They want too much. They think they could pull strings. They think they could say anything to get people just to jump on their coattail. Nah, it's not happening like that. CaitlinClark is the head of everything for the next generation going forward. And then when somebody else come along, yeah, hey, that's what it is. But right now, it's CaitlinClark's time. She is the superstar in the league. Yeah, you still have all the other ones. But at the same time, what's going to push this next generation further is getting behind the number one superstar. When they say global, that means she has fans all over the world, and everything like that. So I just read you down the list of all the stuff. Oh, well, the prices for the Ice Flow Flip jug is $65. That's not bad. You better get it before Christmas sets in. And then the Flip Straw 2.0 bottle is $40. And then the Pro Tour Flip Straw Tumbler is $45. For the 40 ounce, $55, 30 ounce, $45. And same thing with the 24 ounces, $40 for the other one, and 64 ounces, $65. So the partnership undercloses the brand's strong connection to athletes and fans, sports fans, directly engaging with the next generation inspired by Caitlin's journey. See what I say? The next generation. It's not talking about generations of now. It's not talking about the people that's already there. Caitlin is the next generation of superstars, and she's the head of it all. So why not push her product? It took Nike a long time, but I guess better, what I said the last time, better late than never. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this right here for Caitlin is something special with Nike, Wilson, and further on, because in State Farm, you're going to have to get behind somebody that's a global icon that moves the needle, that moves everything. So with all that said and done, all I can say, congratulations. The collection blends Caitlin's dedication, determination, and unmatched skill with Stanley 1913's innovative design and performance. I mean, that article said it all. And I will pin this article in the description for y'all so y'all could go and read it. So, and y'all don't have to worry about, everything else, trying to search for it and trying to look for it. But again, let's give Caitlin a warm welcome applause for this newest achievement. All right, and there you have it. So, Caitlin Stanley, congratulations. Caitlin, you got another one. And then, like I said, you just see the rollout with Nike a couple of days ago, and then she turns around and hits you with this. I mean, and matter of fact, take a look at this real quick, because I noticed something too because there was another picture shown. Look at her at the bottom left where she has the tumbler in her hand. Look at her arms. You could pretty much tell that Caitlin has slimmed down. This time off being injured, she has slimmed down. She has toned down. Now that's a basketball body. That's how sleek she needs to be. She doesn't need to put on mass. She don't need to put on muscle. She just need to not mess up her skill. What makes her great? Just redefine herself, tune herself a little bit. But that's perfect right there. Again, that's perfect. That's a perfect tone for her. You know what I'm saying? So again, like, comment, subscribe. Until the next episode, I will be back later today with another video. And this is your man, Livewire Sports, and I'm out.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.